What's good, family? Welcome back to the Unfiltered Soul 831. I'm Ruben 831, and around here, we have the conversations most people are afraid to have. No fake motivation, no pretending life's easy, just honest conversations, real stories, and lessons earned the hard way. So, wherever you're listening from, I'm glad you're here. Now, let's jump into today's episode. Last episode, we talked about one of the hardest truths of fatherhood. The little hands holding yours won't always reach for you anymore. And you're raising the people you love the most to eventually build lives that won't revolve around you. That shit hit me hard. Because being a father has forced me to become a man I never planned on becoming. And if I'm being honest, that man didn't show up because life was good. He showed up because life fell apart. Which brings me to today's conversation. Starting over. You know what's funny? People hear the words starting over and they picture some clean, inspiring movie scene. New apartment, fresh haircut, new goals, positive mindset. Bullshit. That's not what starting over looked like for me. Starting over looked like sitting on the edge of my bed, staring at the wall, trying to figure out how the fuck my life got here. It looked like silence, a silence so loud it almost made you lose your mind. Nobody talks about that part. They'll celebrate your comeback, they'll clap when you're winning, they'll tell you how proud they are after you've rebuilt your life, but almost nobody sticks around while you're rebuilding it. Because rebuilding is ugly. It's lonely, it's frustrating, it's embarrassing sometimes. You question yourself every damn day. Did I miss the signs? Was I not enough? Could I have done something different? Should I have left sooner? Those questions, man, they'll eat you alive if you let them. For me, starting over wasn't just losing a marriage. It was losing the future I thought I was building. That's the part people don't understand. You don't just grieve a person, you grieve the life you imagined. The vacations that never happened, the memories you thought your family would make, growing old together, watching your kids graduate together. All those little pictures you painted in your head, gone. Just like that. That's real grief. And when you've been married to someone who manipulates you, who makes you question your own reality, starting over gets even harder. Because you don't trust yourself anymore. You second guess every decision, every feeling, every instinct. You spend so much time wondering, was I really the problem? That's what emotional abuse does. It doesn't just break your heart, it makes you doubt your own damn mind. And that shit is dangerous. I remember looking in the mirror one day, and I honestly didn't recognize the man looking back at me. Not because I looked different, because I felt different. Tired, empty, broken. Like somebody had slowly erased pieces of me over the years. I wasn't the same man. And honestly, I hated that. Until one day, I realized something. Maybe I wasn't supposed to become who I used to be again. Maybe I was supposed to become somebody new. That thought scared the hell out of me. Because nobody wants to start from zero. Nobody. Being a single father changed everything. There wasn't time to sit around feeling sorry for myself. My boys still needed breakfast. They still needed help. They still wanted to play. My autistic son still needed consistency, patience, love. He didn't care that I was hurting. He just needed dad. And honestly, I'm grateful for that. Because those boys pulled me through days I would have never made it through by myself. People think I saved them. Truth is, they saved me too. They gave me a reason to keep getting up, even when I didn't feel like it. I think one of the hardest truths about starting over is realizing nobody is coming to rescue you. Read that again in your own head. Nobody. Friends mean well. Family means well. People pray for you. People check on you. But eventually, everybody goes back to living their own life. And you're still sitting there, alone with your own thoughts. That's when you find out who you really are. Because eventually, you have to rescue yourself. Not because it's fair, but because it's necessary. I stopped asking, why did this happen to me? And started asking, what the hell am I supposed to learn from this? That question changed everything. Not overnight. This wasn't some magical movie moment. It happened little by little, one decision at a time. Choosing peace over chaos, choosing my boys over bitterness, choosing healing over revenge, choosing to stop chasing people who already decided they didn't want to be caught. That's freedom. I still have bad days. Anybody who tells you healing is a straight line hasn't lived enough. Some mornings, old memories show up. Certain songs hit different. Something reminds me of the past, and for a minute, I'm right back there. But here's the difference now. I don't unpack my bags there anymore. I acknowledge it, feel it, and keep moving. Because I've worked too damn hard to let yesterday steal today. People ask me sometimes, how'd you become so strong? I didn't. Strength wasn't something I found. It was something life forced out of me. Every setback, every betrayal, every sleepless night, every courtroom, every disappointment, every moment I wanted to quit, it all added another layer. Not because I wanted it to, because life doesn't ask for permission. And maybe that's the hardest part about starting over. Accepting that you'll never be the same person again. At first, that feels like a loss. Now, I see it as a gift. Because the man I was back then would have kept ignoring red flags, would have kept trying to save people who didn't want to be saved, would have kept sacrificing himself, thinking that's what love looked like. The man I am now, he still loves hard. He still forgives. But he also knows his worth. He knows peace has a price. And sometimes that price is walking away. If you're listening to this and you're in that season right now, maybe your life just fell apart. Maybe your relationship ended. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're trying to figure out how you're gonna pay the next month's bills. Maybe you're sitting in your truck after work, trying to hold yourself together before you walk inside. I see you because I've been you. I know how lonely that road feels. I know how impossible tomorrow looks. But let me tell you something I had to learn the hard way. Starting over isn't about becoming who you used to be. It's about becoming the version of yourself that pain couldn't destroy. And maybe that's the question I want to leave you with today. What if losing everything was actually the first time you finally had the chance to find yourself? Next episode, I'm gonna tell you something I've never really thought about until recently. People always ask me how I became the man I am today. The truth, it wasn't success. It wasn't talent. It wasn't luck. It was pain. Real pain. The kind that changes you forever. We are going to talk about the pain that built the man I am today. And I think that's going to be one of the most personal conversations we've had yet. If today's conversation spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might need to hear it. And if you've been walking this road with me, thank you. Seriously. Every episode is another chapter in the story. And we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next conversation. Until next time, this is the Unfiltered Soul 831. Healing starts when the truth hits. Real shit.